Repeating affirmations. What you verbalize will eventually materialize. You have the power to talk aspects of your reality into existence. Don't underestimate the power of affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that describe what you wish to achieve. Simply saying something over and over again with a great conviction creates a belief within our subconscious that this statement is true. Repeating affirmation is a conscious process. It's the act of sending instructions to your subconscious mind. Once these beliefs are planted, your subconscious mind will do everything it can to bring these ideas into fruition. From personal experience, reciting statements that I simply cannot trick myself into believing doesn't work effectively. Going back to my example about the changing beliefs, I couldn't just tell myself that I could change my future and do big things. I had to find proof to challenge my older beliefs rationally. Adding substance to affirmation before you repeat them gives them a greater power. Maintaining a high vibration is important throughout life, and I find that if you can say your affirmation during a period when you are feeling good, that will have a greater momentum. Though repeating affirmation can raise your vibration, whatever your mood, saying something out loud, like you really mean it, can completely change your state. Affirmations should be in your own words. Say them in your voice, as if you're telling facts to a friend. When you repeat positive statements, don't recite what you don't want. What we resist often persists because the energy we exclude and avoid it is also returned to us. When you act as if the goal isn't already the truth, your subconscious mind believes in it that it is and acts accordingly. The amount of time you spend on your affirmation is entirely up to you. Anything between 2 or 5 minutes a day is reasonable. However, emotional investment is more important than duration, so say them like you mean them. The power of words. Words can hurt, help, or heal. There is a power in everything you write and say. Your message is significant. Be wise with it. Set the intention. If you're unsure about what you want, you will end up with a lot of things you're unsure of. Before going after your goals, you have to know what you want. You cannot attain that which you're unsure about. If you then find it too spicy, it will be your own fault because you didn't give clear instructions. Setting the right goal is everything. It has to reflect what you deeply desire, not what you think you should want. Your goals should reflect who you are as a person. They should be the things you think about all the time that you know will improve the quality of your life. Once you make an intention clear, the universe will work in miraculous ways. When you put what you want out there, the manifestation process begins and things start to unfold in your favor. Our dreams come to life. Write down your goals. You're an author of your future. Write about what you desire and live your story. I once read that if you write down your goals, they are more likely to come true. I was intrigued, so I decided to look into it. I began to unravel all these wonderful statistics from studies and the remarkable stories of the people who wrote down the goals on a paper and ended up manifesting them years later. He just knew what he wanted, and he was specific about his vision for the future. His ideas and eventually manifested into his reality. When you write down your goals, you turn your intentions into something tangible. Define them in detail, and this will help you to stay focused and so you don't lose your way. I had a great fortune when it comes to writing down my goals. In the past, I've written very specific details about my goals, and they've manifested exactly how I wrote them. The way I write my goals are quite specific. I'm sharing these details with you here so you can make use of them too. Be honest. Write them down exactly as you wish them. Don't restrict yourself and or write them in a way that you think is right. If you have any big goals, that's fine. Think big means you're open to receiving big. Write them in the present tense, just as in with affirmations. Write down your goals in the present tense as if you already accomplished them, such as I'm a great mathematician. Mathematician, if that's what you want to become. Your subconscious mind will choose the path of risk and resistance in order to manifest your goals. Make them positive. Remember, always write the your. I'm sorry. Remember, always write your goals down from positive sentence. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Okay, write them in your own voice. Write them exactly how you say them. You don't need to use a fancy language. These goals are to be understood by you and you alone. Write them in a way that you connect with easily. You shouldn't have to try to translate them in your head. Be specific. Write down as in detail as you can. The clearer the goal, the clearer the outcome. Remember, the subconscious mind is working from a set of instructions, and that outcome can only be as good as the instructions are provided. If possible, write your goals within a time frame in mind. Otherwise, when your goal doesn't manifest when you're expected to, you might be disheartened and become doubtful, which lowers your vibration and pushes your goal further away. However, if you're someone who is motivated by pressure, a deadline might help you to include action. It's your call. If a time frame would be helpful, include one. If not, don't. Set goals you feel confident about. The best way to build confidence is to start with smaller goals. Once you manifest them, you will be confident about the bigger goals you're manifesting too. Once you've manifested and written down your goals, say them out loud every day. If you need to make a small adjustments to them, then do so. However, changing them drastically and frequently is almost like planting a new seed each time. So, keep that in mind. You need to know what you want. Imagine it to live it. What becomes real in your mind will become real in your life. Visualization is the process of creating experiences or intention in your mind before you have it in your life. When you visualize what we desire, not only do we align ourselves and vibrate on the same frequency as the object of our visualization, but we also influence our subconscious mind in the same way as we do with affirmations. The brain and the nervous system cannot tell the difference between what is imagined and what is real. We can take advantage of this. If our brain believes that the ideas we are feeling are true, then our life will begin to reflect that too. If you imagine yourself to become more confident than you currently are, and the brain thinks it's true, you will be more confident. Engage your senses. When we talk about visualization as a process, we don't mean creating a single mental images. You have to create in senses, not pictures. And those senses, you must involve all your senses: taste, sight, touch, smell, and hearing. Go into as much in detail as you can. For example, if you want a new car, don't just picture the car. Put yourself in the car, driving it around. Think about how you feel while driving it. The sound of the car, the sight of the other car on the road, the temperature of the air around you, and so on. Oh, I think I should read this one tomorrow again. Affirmation. Repeating affirmation, right? Yeah. I should think about I should training this one more. Okay. Go into as much detail as you can. For example, if you want a new car, don't just picture the car. Put yourself in the car, driving it around. Think about how you feel while driving it. The sound of the car, the sight of the other cars on the road, the temperature of the air around you, and so on. Live the experiences as if it were true in that precious moment. Get creative with your senses. Really bring them to life by making them bright, colorful, and loud and big. All you need to do is close your eyes and start creating. It's important to create a sense that makes you feel good. Your imagination is you, igniting positive emotions, and this requires a lot of focus. So always do it in a quiet place where you can relax and distance yourself from any distractions. When I use this technique, I get confirmation that I'm doing it effectively when I start to feel a little tingly. That is, I begin to feel as if it is actually happening, and it fills me with excitement. If you find it hard to create visuals in your head, there are things you can do to help yourself. Vision boards are very popular. Collect the pictures and clippings that depict what you want to manifest and affix them to a board. This will help you clarify your goals, and you can place a board in an obvious place in your home to keep you focused on your intentions. I like to keep a vision board as well as a practice visualization. I don't keep a physical board, but collect images on a personal website, and I try to spend a few minutes reviewing it every day. This has worked well for me. I even manifested my dream proposal to my life partner by gathering images in Pinterest, a popular vision board and a platform of how I wanted to look. As a teenager, I used to produce music as a hobby. I wasn't a big fan of a group called the Solid Crew, one of the biggest acts around at the time. I had their logo printed onto my school pencil case. In class, I daydreamed about working with them. A year or two later, a member of a Solid Crew, known as the Swiss released an album called Pain and Music. I absolutely fell in love with this album and I would listen to it day and night. It put me in a trance, and I visualized myself working with the Swiss and creating great music together. Remarkably, it wasn't long after this that I did have the chance to work with the Swiss through a music artist and a mentor of mine called Sylvain Clevo, who happens to be friends with them. Eventually, the three of us collaborated on a few songs. We were just in Swiss and worked together. The universe is supporting you. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Otherwise, you will begin to create limitations. Just be certain about what you want, and the entire universe will rearrange itself for you. Whatever the path you might be in right now, I will support you. It will provide you with an science and get you to where you want to be. The 13th century poet Rumi wrote, "The universe is not outside you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are." Rumi may also have agreed that the only reason the universe might not be available to you is if you are attuned to it. The universe already exists within you, but it's not perceivable to you if you are not vibrating high enough. However, you can bring it to the light to read your words, actions, emotions, and beliefs. The universe helps you to create, or rather, to bring possibilities into our reality. It gives you insights to follow and sends you ideas and act on. It's up to you to respond. You might decide your goal is to work for yourself and it's something you enjoy. Then one day you randomly think of it specifically there, like selling your food and recipes online. If you don't think much of it, you probably won't act on it. You'll probably just dismiss it as a passing thought. In the following weeks, you must start coming across bloggers and sharing their own recipes. This seems coincidental, so you continue to ignore the signs and instead invest in your efforts elsewhere. But by ignoring the signs, you could be missing out on everything you want. Sometimes we ignore the signs because we think we're supposed to achieve our goals in a particular way. Seemingly casual thoughts led me to where I am now. I trust where they will take me next, knowing they're gonna bring me the close to where I want to be. These days, when terms like a law of attraction are thrown around, people assume that your dreams will manifest without any effort on your part. But you must take action on the thoughts and ideas that crop up in your mind. The inspiration that universe sends you. There are nudges from the university saying, go this way, try this. Intention without action isn't just a wish. A goal only comes in life when you decide to pursue it. The universe is always supporting you, but you must be willing to do your part in the manifestation process. Manifesting goals and taking action. Introduction. It's not about where you're at. It's about what you're doing, about what you're at. I believe in taking action and building a momentum towards your goal. This shouldn't be confused when taking big steps. You can move forward with baby steps. However, it's always a good idea to give everything you've got. I don't have to try to set out and run it right away. I could start by creating a song. That's a small step in the right direction. This might mean that I have to spend extra time on it or learn new skills, but that's all an investment into your future, my dreams. Many of us have a series of excuses ready to explain why something can be done. Often, you'll hear people relay their thoughts and explain how they lack time, expertise, resources, money, etc. But when you want to go badly enough, you make a sacrifice in other areas to make it possible. I've come to realize that it's not necessary to have lots of free time to achieve a dream. The same goes for money and other resources. What you do need is a vision, a belief in it, and a serious dedication. You will find a way if you keep taking action. He's just someone who believes in his vision and acts on it. Change requires an action. Once I needed money to clear that, I set my vibration high and ensured I was feeling good. But I didn't take an action. I just expected the money to come to me. As time dragged on, the money I needed didn't appear and I began to get disheartened. I was certain it wasn't going to come, so why didn't it? Well, you see, I hadn't noticed an opportunity the universe had given me to take action. I'd won a prize, and I didn't consider that it couldn't have me on the way. Yes, I could have sold it. As soon as I realized my mistake, I did sell it, and I made the money I needed to pay off my debt. Sometimes steps towards your goals come disguised as opportunities to take action. If you don't take action, you will miss out on the reward. Expecting change to happen when you don't change anything yourself is like making a chocolate raspberry cake in exact the same way every single day and expecting it to turn into a chocolate strawberry cake. If you don't add strawberries in a cake instead of raspberry, then it won't change. It sounds a bit silly and obvious, right? But so many people go through their lives expecting change when they are doing the same things on every day. They feed all this positive energy via their thoughts, words, and emotions, but take no action, which isn't by virtue itself. The easy route. I found that a lot of people know what to do, but they still don't do it. They rely on justification and the easier solution because the real solution seems too long-winded. Some people would rather use their energy to find a way to use less effort for the same result. Working smarter is essential for effective productivity, but even finding a solution to work smarter requires a lot of effort. We mustn't come to terms with the idea that some things have to be done with a difficult way. For example, if you want to lose weight, you have to create a calorie deficit by either encouraging physical activity, improving your diet, or both. Most people know they need to do these things, but they don't commit to do them. Instead, they look for a magical pill or another shortcut to solve their problem. They spend excessive time, energy, and money on trying to out a difficult miracle and cures, when they could have achieved much more if they simply decided to apply some effort. Other people in this situation may do nothing at all. They want to lose weight and double more about it, but they don't take any action. Many of us will label these people as lazy. People usually act in this way because of two things. One is that they simply don't believe that they can achieve the results that they want to, so they are defeated by the idea of it straight away. The second is that they find the idea of working for the result too painful. People want to take action on things if they perceive the process of achieving the results as being too hard. The idea of going to the gym or eating healthy may seem much more painful than remaining how they are. The reason people take no action, they tend to stick with an easier and more comfortable options, but rarely do we grow within our comfort zone. Sadly, many will wait until they have no other option before they commit to changes. When you see your current situation as being more painful, then you're going to whatever it takes to get to what you desire. Great pain and pressure can force great changes to occur. This is the same reason why people will put up with toxic relationships until they reach breaking point. They may find an idea of being single and alone more daunting than putting up with their abusing partner. Step out of your comfort zone and face your fears. Growth is taking place when you're challenged, not when you're comfortable. If you want something enough, you will take action on it. But don't wait for your pain threshold to be tested. This will only delay results in the manifestation process. Start asking yourself how badly you want to achieve your goals. Do you want them more than fear the process of getting there? Consistency leads to result. You must be consistent as we strive to achieve our goals. Imagine that you want to build a lean muscle. So you purchase a 3-month workout and nutrition plan from a personal trainer. You then follow 50% of the instructions, but after a month, you notice that you're getting the results that you hope for. You are not getting the results that you hope for. You might conclude that the plan doesn't work. Ultimately, you might follow the whole plan, but observe after 2 or 3 weeks that the results aren't showing. Again, you say that the plan doesn't work. In both cases, you simply give up on it. If you do 50% of the plan, you can expect no more than 50% of the results. If you are not consistent in your actions, then you can assume that you will see the final results that you are expecting. I myself did a home workout series. I was in a 2 month program, and after months, I couldn't see any exciting results. In spite of this, I promised myself I did it out and until the end. I'm glad I did. The same goes for meditation, affirmation, visualizations, any other positive practice. If you want to reap the benefits, you have to do a regular, solid practice. Be committed to the cause with a consistency. You can create habits that shape our lives. Lack of time is an excuse. If you can make any time for something, it's not a high enough a priority for you. If something is important to you, you will make the time for it. We are what we repeatedly do. Actions then, it is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. Beckham didn't become a master in free kicks in overnight. He practiced it over and over again. He didn't practice it until he got his free kicks right, but until he couldn't get them wrong. Even when he wasn't scoring them, he ensured that he stayed consistent with his practice. With the repetition comes a habit. Not everything will work or be the benefit fit for you. Reviewing your methods and adapting to change is vital. If you've given something a good shot, but you're still not progressing, this might be a sign that you need to try a new approach, using an institution to guide you. If something feels wrong, it usually is.